sights on, my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
They haven't set up their positions well, allowing cats. Oh my god! Evening, everyone on the NA server. We are going to be following Jokers tonight on the NA server, second Go series. For those of you who don't know what the Go series tournament format is, here is the real refresher. First and second day 40 double elimination, and tonight we are on the second day. Each group can have as many as 4 teams, and the games are spread across 2 days. And below here are the number of cups that each team can earn, depending on which place they finish. This is the schedule for this season, and this is Joker's lineup. We have Whitetails as the captain of the team, Kakatsi, Married, Webbit, Yarrow, Arctic, Ourtails, Blacktails, Raindrop, and another Whitetails of 9, and that's Assassin. This is my top 8 guess, and that will change after tonight, and we'll take a look. We'll take a look at the groups tonight. Group 2 we have Primal, Matro, and Elif. great chance for Matronella to fill their position if they can. I mean, they can get World Cups here tonight. The SLG straight Arkham and Apex will make up Group 3. And finally, we will have Group 1, which is going to be Jokers, MJ, and R. Jokers do not have a bye, so we will begin early. Not early, we'll begin on time tonight on the NA server. If we I would see if I have updated. Yes, I have updated the scoreboard, the scoreboard and also the leaderboard, and hopefully we'll get a room soon. But I mean, while we're waiting, we're just going to play some games on the NA server probably, and we will do it now. Actually, you know what? I can very well go back to you and play some games there instead. So actually, why don't we do that? Here we go. Let me find a tank to play. What tank will I play next? I think I played T95 E6. I've played the T125. Pretty sure I played the T57 Heavy, or is it not? Can't recall. Yeah, I played the T57 Heavy and I lost that match, so I'm gonna play it once again. So let's do this. And next we're going for M60. Nice. No idea what is set here. Right, Death Star. Oh lordy. Another emerald. What's going on today? So many emeralds. Yeah, I think Wargaming has gone haywire. Rogue. That's a better word. Wargaming has gone rogue, and it seems that the emeralds are unchecked. No idea what is wrong. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was a close call. That was really a close call. Oh no, the STV one got me, but it's a win, I think. I mean, you can't really lose from this situation. I mean, we have a nice 7 and the Death Star really healthy at the moment. I don't think it will be a loss. I don't think it will be a loss. Or maybe I'm just deluded. Okay, I thought I didn't do a lot of damage, but it's actually a lot of damage because of that ammo rack pretty much. Oh man, let's go back to the NA server. What a game. Hello Angel, I'm doing great, and you? Oh my lord. Come on, I don't want to see any more ammo racks tonight on the NA server. It's a bit crazy. Alright, so 2 more minutes until the room is up. And we'll go in. Hopefully we will have more people joining soon. Currently the table is looking as follows: Primal, Jokers, MJ, SLG, RGG straight, and purple top 8. Juno, Apex, Arkham, L, Metro, Zero, Pincer, Hated in occupying the other 8 spots in the middle echelon. Below that we have Crow and Void. Not sure what happened to Void this season. They don't seem up. They don't seem to feel. They don't seem to feel the season. Or as I say, they don't seem to feel like it. Maybe it's going to change next season. I'm really hoping to see Void without without the help from the players from as you know, from Primal in autumn, in winter and spring, they participated under Void and they went to the challenges tournament, and I think they even won the winter season challenges. So can they reach further and go to top 8 perhaps next season? It's going to be really hard. I really want to see them to seed 2. The room is up. Let's go. Jokers versus our, and it's going to be a rough feud. So White Tails. This is White Tail with an eye. So I think this is Assassin in the Crown Bargain alongside Black Tails. Married is in Team 25 alongside our Tails, Webbed, Licky Sled, Arctic, Tron, and Yaru in the M60. Resistance, otherwise known as R, not the coding language that is mainly used for statistics. We will be seeing triple Crown Bargain by Raxo, Darth, Plagueis, and also on back into what is this name? I have no idea why you have this name, but anyway, don't mess with Lewis. I'm not going to mess with you. Lewis, don't go for me. In the IS4 alongside Shuk Sava. We also have 707 in the M60. Why is the number special? I don't know. What does I mean? It's not even a plain model number. I don't see what's special with 707. And then we have Zvero. I don't know. Okay. Now we'll be seeing Kati spectating. Raxo will be spectating, and the Toxic will be playing the T110E5 instead. At the moment here, you're seeing 3 Latin teams in the top 8, and if it continues like that, this is probably going to be a record-breaking season for this Latin America. I really want to see that, and it's going to be one hell of an achievement. And who doesn't want to see more diversity on the NA service? Just not North America. A lot of people have forgotten about this, about South America as well. So I really hope to see more representation, and hopefully the Latinx are going to be really good this season. Let's find out. And Rockfield, red team, it will be Jokers on the north side, blue team, Resistance on the south side, or otherwise known as Rusties. I'm not sure what it means like this, but you never know. 2 minutes remaining to go. Jokers, be ready. Arctic has been switched out and put back in. So 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. If you haven't voted already, do vote now. Voting should close very soon, and it would have, it might have ended for you already. So, which team will win? Vote now if you haven't already. Ooh, yeah, pretty excited to see how Jokers perform. Arguably, they're in a relatively easy group, so I don't think Jokers would feel that much pressure as yesterday. As for Apex, they are in a tough group. Wishing them all the best. If they want to get to top 8, they would really want to win their group tonight. 30 seconds left to go. Rockfield is the map. We're going in first. There we go. Jokers versus Resistance. La Resistance. Oh my gosh, I should have picked a medium tank. Sorry Jokers. Hopefully doesn't hurt your chances. They all took the pro avatar. And it seems they're protesting. Hashtag keep pro avatar. They do not want Wargaming to change the pro avatar. What's going on is that Wargaming is going to change the design of the pro avatar to I think it's a better design because it looks more sophisticated and it looks more professional in a sense. So I actually welcome the change, but some players are purists and some players like the old version more. So I really want Wargaming to actually keep the old version and actually, I mean, new season use the new design. Oh, Jokers putting some great shells into Shuk Sava, and Resistance is trying to get both A and B, but will Jokers be able to reset Shuk Sava once again? Nope, they won't. But great shots by Married into Shuksava. And Shuksava is in deep trouble. Blacktails is there. Oh, Shuksava is now down to 711 hit points. This is not looking good for Resistance, but they still have the hit point pool lead. They have a cat lead too. Because our tails and white tails drop so many hit points. The tails 0707 coming from behind, and Arctic, he needs to kill off Shuksava as soon as possible, but I think he might get killed very quickly. And 707 puts a great shot into Arctic, and Arctic will be taken out very soon. Darth Plague is missed that shot to Arctic, and Arctic is on a lifeline, but is killed finally. 707 is now dead, and it's now 6 versus 5. Hit points still with R though, but Joker's a little bit disconnected. That could be a problem though. And Married is going for B, and now Joker's coming from behind, looking to kill off Dark Places. And Married is now getting the focus from R. Jokers need to kill off Dark Places. They've done really well with the focus fire so far, but they're still down in hit points. Married is now finally dead, and it's now 5 versus 4. A gun advantage is with Jokers, and R are hanging on, and it's going to be hard. And finally, for the first time, Jokers has the hit point pool lead, and B is going to be captured by Jokers, and they got A as well. So that will put a lot of pressure for R to kill all 7 tanks, and that was a terrible miss there onto Whitetails, and he barely survived there. And Dartos is still full health, and you can see how strong the focus fire from Jokers is here. And Whitetails have weapons coming from behind. We're putting shells into unbanked the counter Shanita. And we're seeing our tails finally dead. It's now 3 versus 2, and Black Tails now down to a 1-shot, killed by the Toxic, and it's now going to be 2 versus 2. It's still really close to call. R has made us a comeback here, but we have a great shot to Zero. But if Zero's reloaded, Yara's now reloaded. He has to put his 2 shells into Zvero, but Zvero is looking the wrong target. Put shell into Wabbit, and it's now killed by Yarrow. And that leaves the Toxic, the last person standing. Hit point still with R, but the gun advantage is with Jokers. I believe Joker's going to win the first one, and that makes it 1-0 here. I think I got the wrong. I think I would have to change the order, which is something that I hate to do, because Wargaming didn't show what kind of order it is in. So now the order is changed, and Blacktails very surprised about that result. 4 tails doing more than 2k. No, 4 tanks doing more than 2k, and our 3 tanks doing more than 2k. So well done to Jokers. That was a good start, but it was a rocky start though. R has done pretty well in this one, trying to get both A and B and trying to focus down tanks, but it seems Jokers is better with focusing tanks and getting the isolated tanks out of the way, and they've done it more efficiently and quickly. So it's not really a problem for R. I think they have done really well, and that performance I think will justify their position in top 8. I don't think that is an absolute like top 6 like challenges performance. This is top 8 stuff. I'm not going to go back to E7 because I don't want to show my disrespect to some teams, but this, I think R, if they continue to play like this, they would look pretty solid. So far it's now going to be 1-0 for Jokers. Hello Lucy, how are you doing? Please don't spam in the chat. Hello for Egrat, and let's go. If you haven't liked the stream already, please remember to do so. You're jinxing Joker to win this one. So 92% of you, in fact, so I'd say there are like 12 of you voting for Jokers. Oh, and you're showing no love to R. I will make sure that you're going to be wrong about this, and if R won, don't blame me for jinxing. Blame yourself for jinxing Jokers. I don't think Jokers would be happy either, so we'll find out soon. This time Jokers will be taking Katsi in the ice for Triple Crown by Blacktails and R-Tails, and Yarrow married and Whitetails in Double T125, Wabbit in the biggest light. On the other hand, we have R going for Don't Mess with Lewis in the ice for Triple Crown by Toxic, Raxo and Chukasava, 707 alongside Zvero in the M60 and back in I can't do it. Sorry, I can't. Unbackinter Nita in Vickers Light. That player has put up quite a lot of tanks of Jokers, so that will give some information for R, and it seems they are reacting to that. They are going to get C. Will they be able to reset A though? That would require some. Oh, they're trying. Maybe they're able to do so. But I don't think so. Buried and staying really nicely behind A. C is going to be captured by the Toxic, so the cap points are with Jokers, but not by a lot. So that means R just need a good rotation, and they will be able to win this one. That play by R reminds me of Feast. To be honest, I don't think like Feast has the signature gameplay, so I have no idea, to be honest with you. That doesn't remind me of any team on the Asia server, because Feast pretty much doesn't really have a signature strategy or moves and like that, unlike our other teams. We're seeing Jokers defending. They don't have to do much. They just have to stay safe, and they are able to do so. Whitetails is in a very aggressive position. If R decides to rotate through their spawn, don't worry about Jokers. They are in a vertical straight line. Whitetails is pretty much an isolated tank, unless he pulls back and forms a good horizontal straight line with the rest of the team. But at the moment, it just looks like R could take out Carti and Whitetails relatively comfortably, but R doesn't have lots of information. And Backenter is in a position that is looking at the enemy spawn. But why would you look at there? Because Jokers won't rotate. They don't have to rotate. It's going to be R that needs to rotate, and 707 took a hit there. That's not ideal. R just need to find where the tanks are positioned, and that Vickers Light being idle is not helping Mattis at all. So I think R, they really need to make use of the Vickers Light. And maybe now we're going to be seeing Unbackenter getting somewhat more aggressive, and I think they can go more aggressive with that, so hopefully they will spot some tanks up. Sorry. Oh, we're seeing more tanks spotted. Ooh, some shots been fired. Oh, what a great shout to Blacktails by Unbackenter. And Joker's still defending, and they don't have to do much at the moment. The hit points are still with Jokers and cap points as well. Raxo took some hits, and 707 is quite low at the moment. And using R now making the rotation, but Jokers is also now making the counter rotation, so immediately the double crown Vargas are moving backwards, and I think is a really good move by Jokers. They're now focusing onto Raxo. Raxo is now down to 1,230, and it all depends on Jokers getting Raxo out, and it's the case. Whitetails almost reloaded. The next time they're going for will be 707. Kati going to put a shell in, and Yara's looking for another tank. They're not really like focusing fire, but we know that Jokers is not going to put like 7 tanks on just one tank. They are going to divert their shells pretty much to kind of increase their efficiency, and that is showing right now. They are leading by more than 4,000 hit points, and Shuksawa is now dead. That's killed by Yarrow, and Blacktails is in some sort of trouble, but it's going to be Don't Mess with Lewis, going to be messed up by Jokers, and that player is now killed. The Toxic misses their shell into Married, and you see Zvero now down to 1,235, and it's now 6 versus 3. And Joker's won by caps because they got C as well. Great job to Wabbit there. No problem for Jokers, no problem at all. And it's going to be Jokers going to the next match in the in the upper bracket final facing MJ. This match is not as good as before. I think kind of the shot effectiveness, the lack of shot. The less good shot effectiveness of R is showing here, and they are also bouncing some shots, which is not ideal. Focus fire is not as efficient as Joker's 2, but I think they can improve a lot, and it's not very bad, I would say. It's actually a good performance by R, and I do hope for the best for R, and hopefully they can go through to the grand final, because they would really appreciate that. Let's look at the matches of other games. It ends 2-0 for Jokers. Metro and Elif. Metro is still playing against Elif, and we are seeing SLG versus Straits. They have won 2-0, well done to SLG, and Arkham versus Apex. Arkham won Apex 2-0. That's an important win right here by Arkham, and Apex very high up in the rating in the rating table. This is going to put a dent. This is going to decrease their rating points. It's now going to be Straight versus Apex in the lower bracket first round. Alright, let's actually, play some games on. We still have so much time left, so let's go back to the EU server and play some games there while we wait. M60. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Yeah, WZ. Okay, the TDs are not sniping, that's good. Oh. I'm going to let it fix. Oh. We lost that TD. Oh no. Ooh, a bounce, yes. Oh. There we go. Yep. Here we go, let's go in. Yes, and... Oh, and finally 2 tanks left on the battlefield. Oh. Oh. Oh well. That's good. Yes, I won 3 battles in a row. Brilliant. And let's play. And the VK 19.01p next. Hi. Oh, bad shots. Well, that was true. The Sheridan would definitely regret that. Next. Oh, someone's not happy about that. Oh, that's the hello. Knife shot on you. Yes. Don't kill that bad shot, thank you. Very good. Oh well, I might have wasted that adrenaline now. Well, that's a good team. It was a good team. Yeah, we have 9 minutes left to go. So actually go back. Oh, the other team is just not having it. Let's go back to the NA server. And then let's see the results of our games. Okay. Elevation won against Metro 2-1. So well done to Elevation, and it seemed Metro is not bowing down to pressure. And Elevation is going to meet Primal. Isn't it? I thought I didn't do well there. I thought I kind of did a little bit terrible. But anyway, group 3 we have Arkham. Oh, we know that already. Don't know why we are checking that once again. So we know all the results. So we know it's going to be SLG versus Arkham in group 3, and it's also Promo vs Aleph in group 2, and it's going to be MJ versus Joker next. We will receive an invite soon.
Family I used to have. I feel like everything's so different now. Sitting by the fire as we'd watch the flames burn out. I miss the days I wasn't afraid. Now I always have my guard up. Hands on my face, I learned to cope.
Oofbin Jack or Oofbin Jinx. Oh, I like that. And also, I mean, doesn't matter at this point. Well, I think yeah, maybe we'll update the leaderboard a little bit now. We know Arkham and SLG will be at least getting the 3rd place. And here we go. The leaderboard will look like this now, with SLG and Arkham cups added. Arkham still a distance away from the 8th place, with SLG and now in 3rd as well. So SLG are looking really strong at the moment, and the room is up. SLG versus, sorry, it's MJ versus Jokers. Not SLG versus Jokers. So MJ will be seeing Oreo stuff, Elemento, Turdies, and also Apple, Quadruple Crown Bargain. Turdies Loverboy, interesting name. Elemento KB and Oreo stuffed. Oh my god, this is so random, but I like it. Oh my god. What does it have? What does it have a 2 with cheeks? And yeah, it makes no sense at all. I ate apples. How can you eat applesauce when it's fluid? Oh my gosh. MJ, I really want you to win just because of your names. Oh my god. Oh, why is Oreo stuff my cheese not playing? That would be really fun for commentary. I really enjoy that Mandy 94, and it's going to, yes, that player is back. Back. I mean, what the heck? Slavic. Oh gosh. I think that is a parody to Dark Magician Girl here, to Slapping Magician Turd. Oh, that is pretty cruel if you're doing that. But I really love your names. Come on, show us some good games, MJ, and I'll have some great fun with commentating. Elemental is going to spectate. I mean, that's because they have the least exciting name. So this is why MJ is going to put Elemental to spectate. But that is going to be a little bit cruel, but it is what it is. It's Oreo stuffed on cheeks and Oreo stuffed. Oh my goodness. I think I will lose. I forgot that phrase. I will lost my sanity. I don't know. What is yeah, I think I will lose. I will lost it. I will lose it. I will lose it while commentating on MJ. And Jokers, we're going to be seeing White Tails and R Tails in double M6Os, triple Crown by Kakati, Webbit and Arctic, Black Tails in the Mouse, and we are also seeing White Tails married in the T125. And let's see what both teams going to do. It's going to be MJ versus Jokers now. and MJs with those names. You have my support here. Lol. Hi Imperium, how are you doing? Let's go. Juve. Well, MJ. MJ seems to love to stuff Oreos in their cheeks. So they're on the north side, red team. That donut here is saying in here that should be replaced by an Oreo. Can we petition Wargaming to do that, please? It will be a lot of fun here. We're seeing we will be seeing an Oreo oil station instead of a donut shop in an oil station, so or a gas station. And let's see, Joker is going to commit their tanks over to A, and as for MJ, we'll be doing something similar, committing their tanks over to A as well. And now Wabbit is going to put shots into Oreo stuffed her cheeks, and it seems that player didn't just stuff Oreos but also shells, and doesn't seem like to be a good idea. Oreo and shells don't combine well, they will explode like Samsung Note 7. So you don't want that to happen, right? So Apple's going to get A, and Joker seems to go really aggressive now. They're now focusing on to Oreo stuff their cheeks, or is it going to be Turdy's lover boy? We have no idea. And Mary's now taking a lot of hits, and Oreo stuff her cheeks seems to be stuffing even more shells into her cheeks. And it's now down to a 2-shot now. Slavic Magician Turd dropped the reactive armor, and Jokers has killed Oreo stuff her cheeks, and now looking for Slavic Magician Turd next. And it's now down to a 2-shot, now down to 1-shot, and Mary's now dead, and it's now going to be 6 vs 6. Hit points are neck and neck though, so it's actually not Joker's the lead at the moment. Arctic's now dead, but R10 is going to go down really quickly, and it's now 6 vs 4 suddenly. And with MJ with a gun up, this is going to be important. This can be very crucial. Oreo stuff my cheeks is going to stuff some shells in their cheeks, and White Cells have one more shell in his and kills off Manny, and it's now going to be 4 vs 3. Hit points are still neck and neck. Slavic Magician Turd is down to a 1-shot, but that player is pretty much out of the fight, and White Cells is looking to kill off Slavic Magician Turd, and he did. And it's now 3 vs 3. Hit points are now with MJ by quite a little bit. And Apple is now going to be the focus for Jokers. They don't seem to like Apple at all. They like Samsung, and Wabbit puts a great shot into Apple, and Apple Sauce is going to ram into White Tails, and it's now going to be 3 vs 3. Wabbit's now down to 1-shot. Apple's still a little bit low. The focus is on Wabbit and Apple, I mean. And it's now killed with Wabbit also dead. Turdy's lover boy is going to be the next focus for Joker's great shot into Turdy's lover boy by Black Tails. And White Tails is now on a drum reload, and it's going to reload for some time though. I ate Apple Sauce with putting a grey shell into Black Tails, but Turdy's lover boy bounced the first shell, puts the second shell in. Can White Tails carry Jokers? We'll find out soon. And Turdy's lover boy is now dead, and White Tails, oh, you don't want to ram into a mouse in this situation. You want to conserve your hit points. This is more important. I didn't know it was from Highlight. Inspire me on this. Is that TV show? A great shot into I hate applesauce. I ate applesauce, and it's now 737 hit points for White Tail left, and White Tail still on the drone reload, but only 2 shells in their clip. in his clip, is trying to, you know, toy around with white 8 applesauce, and that can be very crucial. But Whitetails received a big shell there. This can be really big, and Whitetail is going to use this kind of wall here, but it's very tiny, very thin. And I was able to put a great shell to kill off Whitetails, despite that heroic gameplay by Whitetails. He did more than 6,000 damage. I8 Apple Sauce also did more than 6,000 damage. That's a lot of damage done, and also 3 kills. Brilliant stuff by MJ. Despite Jokers being very aggressive, I think the focus fire this time wasn't as eminent as the last game. So MJ is currently leading 1-0, and this is looking even better. MJ certainly a top 8 contender, and they will look to finish in a good position tonight. So Jokers have to win at least 2 more matches to bring it to them. If they lose the next one, they will go back down to phase R. So here we go, MJ. This time we have Oreo stuffed her cheeks in the M60. Her cheeks in the M60 alongside Slavic, Magician Turd. Oreo stuffed my cheeks in the Crown Wagon alongside Turdies, Turdies Loveboy and Manly. Apple the eyes for like 8 apple sauce in the mouse. And Jokers will receive triple Crown Wagons. Triple Crown Wagons by Kakati, Married, and Arctic. Double M60 by Artails and Whitetails. Mouse will be played by Blacktails and Wabbit in the team 10d5. Let's head up high now. MJ Red Team South Spawn, this time with Joker's Blue Team North Spawn. MJ once again going mostly to the northeastern corner, which is the A side. And Joker's this time is going to do something similar as last time, also going mostly to A. So once again, it's going to be a brawl fest, and it all depends on which team chips away hit points of the other team. Better Whitetails receive a big beating, and so does Artails, but not as much. So far the hit points are with MJ by more than 1,000, and MJ, will they push better than Jokers this time? But B is now getting captured by Jokers, and the T110E5 will take some time to rotate, so maybe this is a good opportunity for MJ to push onto the M60Os and the Crown Wagon. They do not possess a lot of DPM. It seems MJ is going to do something similar. They're just going really aggressive now. They're looking for Whitetails, I believe. He's quite low, but it seems MJ can't pretty much push shells into Whitetails because Married blocks. I mean, trying to shield Whitetails, but unfortunately, that tank became a sacrificial lamb. Turdy's lover boy is now dead, and it's now 6 versus 5, 6 versus 6. MJ now swarming into Kikatsi with 3 tanks. Apple now dead, and it's now 5 versus 6. Hipwood still with MJ, but they do not have the gun advantage. This can be important, and some bounces happening. And with Blacktails ramming into Manny and all looking to shove it down here, and Manny's going to take 94 damage for that. And Arctic kills of Manny. Great coordination there. And it's now 4 versus 6. This game will go to Jokers because they have 2 guns of advantage. And it seems whichever team is the team being very aggressive over to the British side, it doesn't end well. Webber is now dead, with also Slavic Magician Turd also being dead. Blacktails receiving hits from both I ate applesauce and Oreo stuffed my cheeks, and Oreo stuffed my cheeks is going to stuff some shells into their cheeks, and Oreo stuffed her cheeks will be working with Oreo stuffed my cheeks, so they to stuff each other Oreos in order to kill off blacktails, and A is going to be captured by whitetails, and I ate applesauce, almost reloaded, but Oreo stuffed my cheeks died because of choking Oreos. So Oreo stuffed her cheeks is going to be smothered soon by Oreos, and now killed by whitetails. And that will leave I ate applesauce the last person standing, and it's going to be 1-1 now. I ate applesauce put a grey shell into Kati, and Kati will be looking to put his full clip into I ate applesauce, and that was a ram right here. Great ram there, but it's not going to be enough, and that was a miss. That was a bounce as well. It's going to be 1-1 for Jokers, and we're going for a match point. Both teams tiebreaker now. MJ 3 tanks to more than 2k, and Jokers this time better. 5 tanks to more than 2k with that focus fire, and also coordination between teammates. This is interesting. MJ now going for quadruple Vargas, double mouse, and a T125s. Jokers quintuple Kron, an M60 and Wabbit in the IS4. Okay, let's see. Straight versus Jokers. What's the result there? Jokers won straight. Jokers won straight. No, Apex won straight. 2-1. That was close. And Apex isn't. It doesn't seem to have a good night at the moment. But at the very least, they beat Apex. They beat straight. Sorry, my mind's getting messed up because it's quite late and it's not functioning properly. And how about Bramble vs Elif? Half the game's finished now for them. Oh, 2-0 for Bramble. So that means it's going to be Elif against Bachelor once again. And here we go. MJ versus Jokers. MJ triple mouse, triple Kron, and T125. Apex quadruple Kron, T125, double IS4. Okay, let's head up high, shall we? MJ red team south spawn with Jokers blue team north spawn. Hello, Cole, how are you doing? What clan you in for NA? I'm currently in GG, one of the top 8 clans at the moment. Isn't playing tonight though, so hopefully they will do better in the GOAT series number 3. And we see Jokers and MJ all going for both A and B, so I think there will be a brawl happening soon. But MJ with a lot more hit points, or some more hit points because they have triple mouse. This can be big, and despite Jokers not taking any mouses, they are not far behind in hit points because they have loads of crumb bargains there. And A is going to be captured potentially by Jokers. No, they're going to abandon A. MJ trying their best to chip away hit points of double crumb bargains. Blacktails and married here, but it seems MJ is quite successful in chipping away hit points of Jokers, and they are now leading by more than 2,000 hit points. This is looking a little bit bad for Jokers at the moment, but Apple's a bit low too. And now Jokers are going to commit their forces. Now they're going to get aggressive. They need to get the focus fire onto the Crown Vargans. This will be very important. If they kill off a Krummwagen, that is going to reduce the burst DPM for MJ. They kill off Apple. I think the next time they will be going for will be Oreo stuff their cheeks. And it's going to be the case. Arctic will be putting another ratio into Oreo stuff their cheeks, and it's now going to be 5 versus 6. Hit points are still with MJ, but look at how much damage Jokers have pulled back here. Mary is now dead, and the next tank Joker's going for will be Turd's Loverboy. And it's now down to 1 shot, and we're seeing Turdy's Loverboy killed. Now with Whitetails also dead, it's now 4 versus 4. Hit points still neck and neck. Anything can still happen in the situation, but credits to Jokers, despite losing by about 2,000 to 3,000 hit points, they made it close. And the double mouse sandwiching into Blacktails, and Blacktails received more than 600 damage from the sandwiching by mouses. And with Aura Stuff My Cheeks getting off of Blacktails, I think that can be really important. The next time they're going for will be Owltails, and they're going to Slavic Magician Turret is now killed. But there is a mouse that is still full health, and Aura Stuff My Cheeks could very well put some great shots into Kakati, and Manny's just looking for raises Owltails at the moment. Aura Stuff My Cheeks is going to do 1 versus 1 unless they are able to put shots into races into Owltails. Now down to 1 shot, but Kakati is now here to stop Aura Stuff My Cheeks to put shots onto Owltails. MJ also have a cap lead though, so that will be very important. Aura Stuff My Cheeks puts a great shot into Kakati, and hit points are now in with MJ by quite a bit. And Aura Stuff My Cheeks bounces onto Owltails, and Manny will be looking to kill off Ray Owltails, but it's a bounce as well. Aura Stuff My Cheeks is now dead. Oh, MJ does not want to throw this one away here, but Owltails will be trying to make use of the mobility to prevent that from happening. But Manny has rotated to the red line, so that they are able to put shots into Owltails, and that worked really well. And Manny would be slowly crawling their way into B, and Aura Stuff My Cheeks saying to Manny, "They got this. I think they have a good chance at securing this." The cap was still quite far ahead for MJ, so will Manny go for A, or will Manny go for B reset? Kakati on the other hand is spotted, and Manny is on the lower ground, so potentially Kakati has the advantage here, and he will be desperately defending B. And Manny is looking to go in now, but they are proceeding carefully. They do not want to draw unnecessary hit points. 2 minutes left to go. I don't think MJ is going to win this by caps. I think Jokers will overtake them, and Man is now going for B. And Kakati spotted up Manny, could put a shot into Manny. Manny might want to go for a cap reset though, cap stop at the very least, and Manny does not want to get hit by Kakati. Kakati really looking very carefully on Manny. So only 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. This is going to go really close. MJ still with a cap lead, but they do not have a cap at the moment. Meanwhile, Jokers have a cap lead, and slowly they're increasing the cap points by 5 points per second. And if you could do the maths, each second there will be 5 more cap points. So because we are now seeing around 75 minutes left, that's going to be enough for Jokers to overtake MJ in caps. Oh, but Kakati, that might be a mistake there, but equally Manny didn't manage to connect the shell. Oh, that was a big bounce right here. Manny, great opportunity to put shell into Kakati. Can't afford to bounce though, and that cap stop would mean MJ still has the cap lead here, but it's pretty much all about staying alive for Manny. Manny's gonna put a shell into Kakati. Great shell. High roll as well. That leaves now Kakati down to a one shot. And a great roam as well. Very close. MJ is smelling victory now. 30 seconds left to go. And Joker still doesn't have the hit point cap lead. And great job to MJ there. Through to the grand final, Jokers will be joining R in the lower bracket final. Well done to MJ. 4 tanks to more in 2k. Great job chipping away hit points of Jokers at the start. Jokers 5 tanks to more in 2k. And we will be having another invite very soon. There we go. R versus Jokers on Descent. I'm sorry. I should not play with buttons. Okay, let me change stuff up behind the scenes and we'll take a look at other results. Hello Dominic, how are you doing? Okay, let's go. Gold Series, Group 2 we have Pramo. I mean we know that already. Pramo through to the grand final, and Metro and Elevation are currently playing. Arkham are through to the upper bracket final, beating SLG 2-0 away to Arkham tonight. And Apex definitely wants to beat SLG and go through to the grand final. Okay, Jokers, Triple Crown by Blacktails, Married, and R-Tails, Whitetails, T185 alongside Yarrow, Arctic IS4 Weapon Thickest Light. R on the other hand, we will be seeing quintuple IS4s by Shuksawa, Darth, Sphero, the Toxic. Okay, only 4 of them. Don't mess with me. No, don't mess with Lewis in the Crown. Raxo and the Vickers Light, but Zero has changed into an M60 and potentially partnering with 707. Jokers on the other hand, Whitetails T135 alongside Yarrow, Triple Crown by, we announced it already, so no reason for me to repeat that. This sense, as I always say, a lot of teams would commit their forces over to the desert side or A side because it's undulated and it's good for hold down as well. The area is hard to defend too, with the buildings relatively low. Hopefully I can survive until the grand final because I can really feel the steepness here. 20 seconds left to go. R versus Jokers. Will R get the revenge here? And if Jokers gets knocked off here, the stream is over. And I would dash off to sleep and prepare for the 87 and get some good sleep. Let's go. Our red team north spawn, and we are also seeing Joker's blue team south spawn. Jorge is saying it's sus. Why? What happened? R. Actually, putting most of the forces into the city side, which is really rare and doesn't work all the time. And it doesn't have a high success rate either, so interesting for R to do this move. And B is going to be captured. Oh, R is going to ignore B entirely. A is going to be captured by Wabbit, and C is going to be captured by R. And it seems Jokers will have a cat lead because R, they only have one tag on C. Oh, it seems both teams have captured A and C at the same time. Married has followed up Dark Plagueis. Sorry, Jokers. I'm really struggling a little bit with my, with me being alive, staying awake. R, with Shock Sava and Dark Plagueis in the double IS4, holding on, but barely. And I would say Joker's going to put shells into R. Shook Sava and Darth Plagueis at the moment they are not focusing fire. Doesn't matter. I was just holding. Jokers are not rushing. So what they would do is chip away hit points of R as much as they could. But it seems Jokers are away a lot of hit points of R already. So it's going to be really hard for R to make a comeback here. 707's now down to one shot, and Blacktails is low as well. Shook Sava is going to be killed by married 70-year-old Tails, and now it's going to be a one shot, and it's going to be killed by Shook Sava, and it's now going to be 6 versus 7 with Darth Plagueis the focus for the Crown Vagans and Yarrow. 707 is dead, Blacktails is dead, 2 versus 1. It's going to be hard to call. Meanwhile, Darth Plagueis is now dead. And it's now 4 versus 6 for R. R is under loads of trouble, so I don't think R is going to make a comeback here with Zero now also dead. This is certainly going for Jokers without any doubt at all. Sorry. And Whitetail is still on a drum reload, and it's now going to be 2 versus 6 with the Toxic a little bit low, and Crown Vaga will be the tank that Jokers would like to go for. And Yarrow kills off Don't Mess with Lewis, and that leaves now the Toxic the last person standing. And that means it's going to be 1-0 for Jokers, and it's going to be match point to Jokers. And here we are seeing only 1 tank doing more than 2k Jokers, 6 tanks doing more than 2k, so well done to Jokers, I believe, in this one. They just isolated tanks of R pretty well and able to pincer as well. And it's now going to be second match on best of sets. R, they will be taking triple T125s by Toxic, Raxo, and also Dark Plagueis. Meanwhile, we have 707 in the M60. We also have Zero in the Crown Valley alongside Don't Mess with Lewis. Jokers will be seeing double IS4 by Whitetails and Arctic, double Khan by Blacktails and Arctails. Married is in the T125, and Yarrow is going to play in the M60. I really hope I don't fall asleep during the stream, but as time passes, it's looking more and more likely that I would do so. Sorry. So we're going to be seeing our red team South spawn and Joker's blue team North spawn this time. There we go. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Yeah, I'm feeling drowsy now. I think I might sleep at any moment now. I'm that tired at the moment. Our this time red team will be converting their tanks over to the desert side. Meanwhile, Jokers this time they're doing something similar to what R did. So will it be a strategy that Jokers might fail on? Or maybe they're just going for a straight push. I don't think they're doing so. Zivero has taken a hit while trying to cross. And both B and C will be captured by Jokers. That will give Jokers lots of cap lead, and they just need to defend nicely. But it's going to be hard defending on the city side for Descent. We're seeing red, black tails, and our tails coming from behind of the Toxic. The Toxic might be in deep trouble. And looking at the Toxic, I don't think they will last for long. Hit was in with Jokers by quite a little bit. And it's now dead. The Toxic's now dead. And Jokers, they're now marching on. They're looking for Sphero and 707. This would look really bad for R now. They are looking to getting back the game. But it doesn't seem to be the case with Zero now dead. It's now 5 versus 7, and 707 going to be the next focus for Jokers, killed by Arctic. And it's now 4 versus 6. This looks really strong for Hong Kong at the moment. And we are now also seeing White Tails now getting pummeled by Joker's forces. On the other hand, we are seeing Jokers killing off Don't Max with Lewis really well. And White Tails now down to 1184 hit points. Darth Plague is now the next focus for Jokers. That's a great call, and that means Rexo. It's going to he's looking to stay alive as long as he could. T22 coming from the side, but Jokers looks a lot better here. I think they are also doing a challenge not to lose more, to retain more than 10,000 hit points. If they could do that, that's pretty impressive, and they've done that. And it's now 2-0 versus Jokers. They will be back joining MJ in the grand final. That was a quick series of games. As you can see, Jokers 5 tanks 312k and now only 1 tank 312k. This is not the R we saw in the first one. I think the room should be up any soon. There we go, room is up. It's now going to be MJ versus Jokers. And before I continue, let me just have a break. I would try to invigorate myself, because if I don't, I will fall asleep. So let me try something. Just wait for me and I will be back. Here we go, hopefully it's going to be better. And it's now going to be MJ versus Jokers. MJ hasn't shown up yet, and I will be also changing the graphics now. Okay, MJ now here. Let's see if it's right now. Yes, it looks. It seems correct now. Some coding issues, and I'm back. Let's look at the results of our games now. Oh, Metro eliminated. LF scoreline is 2-0 for Metro. Welcome to Metro, and then now we'll be facing Primal in the grand final. Next we have SLG eliminating Apex, and they're going to grand final 2, and it's now going to be MJ quintuple crown Vargans, a T125 and Vickers Light, Jokers quadruple crown Vargans, an IS4, a T125 Vickers Light. So that's non-tuple or any tuple crown Vargans across the board. That's a lot of crown Vargans. Not sure why, but it seems NA server has ditched the IS4. I feel sorry for IS4. Got abandoned now, and all the stuff to cheeks will be able to spot something. You have to go even more further than this in order to spot stuff of Jokers crossing into the hill, So B's now captured. Slavic Magician Turd is going to pull back. I think MJ knows something's going on the hill. All the stuff to cheeks spotting pretty much everyone. Not only 3 tanks going near C. A is going to be captured by Webbit, but B will be taken care of with Slavic Magician Turd. And will MJ make a push onto C? They're looking to do something on C. They're looking to get a cap, but all the stuff my cheeks hesitated. They're still holding. or stuff in my cheeks. Still waiting for Jokers. They have the cap lead, so it's on Jokers to make a push. Well, how would they push here? We'll find out soon. Yarrow took a Nechi splash, so that's not brilliant. Will Yarrow take another splash damage? At the moment, no. And married 17-year-old Tails might be trying to flank from the side, but MJ will have shots. Potentially, you see Slavic Vision Turd able to come up and stop married 17-year-olds all the way. It seems that is ignored, and that means now all the stuff my cheeks is now getting the focus by Jokers, and that can be very big for Jokers. This is probably the tank they want to go for, the weakness they want to deal with. All the stuff my cheeks now dead with the triple crown Vargas, double crown Vargas, the double tails looking for I8 applesauce now down to 1151. Great focus by Jokers, and Jokers with the Yarrow and now married 17-year-old tails getting even more aggressive. I8 applesauce now dead. White tails quite low. Hip was still with Jokers. White tails now killed, and this is just a buffet. And Slavic Turds is now going to be focused for Jokers, and we are seeing our tails now dead. Doc Stinner, and you can see lots of bobs and blobs and bobs, and the turret seems to be doing some damage to Apple, but not too much. Not what happened to Primo though, so Apple doesn't have to worry too much, but they will have to worry about killing off 4 tanks with only 2 tanks here. Despite Wabbit losing the fight over to Oristuff Hershey's, Jokers will be able to support Wabbit. Maybe not. Wabbit's now killed. Manny's going to be killed by Yarrow, reloading the second shell, and it's now killed. I mean, MJ has 2 caps though. I mean, Jokers would need to get at least 1 to stop MJ from getting a cap lead once again. Arctic and White Tails and also Yarrow will be pushing onto Apple, and great ram by Arctic onto Apple. The killing of Apple can be very important, but I can see how about Oreo stuff their cheeks. Just going in and looking to ram into Black Tails, but stopped on the way by Yarrow, so that's a first win for Jokers. Well done to Jokers. And Jokers 3 tanks doing more, 4 tanks doing more 2k, and MJ 3 tanks doing more 2k. Jokers approach this one really well. Good tempo here. Just a bit strange, a bit weird why MJ didn't do something to stop Jokers from flanking through the side and allowed that tank alone on C to get focused down first, and after that MJ fell apart. Despite getting A, they had the cap lead at times. That wasn't enough because they lost pretty much all of their forces up there, and that's something that MJ needs to ponder about in this one. They don't want to lose games like that. As for SLG versus Apex, what's the scoreline there? It's going to be SLG 2-0 against Apex, and they will get second place at least. So that means Jokers Jokers MJ Primo match will get the second place at least. and also SLG and Arkham. And we are now on to the second match on Middleburg. MJ versus Jokers. Let's settle high now. And we'll look at the leaderboard later. MJ, Red Team Southspawn, Oreo Stuff the Cheeks will be looking to spot tanks up for MJ. A will be captured by MJ, and Weber will get B. Meantime, in the meantime, Jokers with the tanks going uphill. 5 of them will be going uphill. 6 of them actually. Whitetail's already there to potentially spot tanks. And Whitetails might be looking for C, but it's going to be Arctic that will go for C first. Hatputs are with Jokers, they got B first, and it isn't going to be very important if they get a C, and it will be a bonus, but it's definitely not a requirement. I mean, Arctic is kind of teasing MJ, going back and forth on C, and took a hit. I think MJ's a little bit annoyed about Arctic going in and out of C, and they're probably annoyed by the sound effect too. So Arctic has taken a lot of hits as a punishment for being that naughty. So like what parents told you when you were young about elevators, don't play with the buttons in the elevators. Same goes here. Don't play with gaps like that. Don't go like in and out, in and out. You're just going to annoy the other team pretty much. But Slavic Magician Turd looking to do something through the side. But Whitetails and Yarrow would be there to stop that from happening. Rabbit this time would be the one trying to be the kid in the elevator, trying to go in and out of C. Oh, Rabbit took an HE splash by I8 applesauce, and it's now going to be still 7 versus 7. Manny is now down to 1,624 hit points. B, or stuff the cheeks, is getting B. This is signaling Jokers to now make a push, and that can be important. They need to be quick, because if B is getting captured, they will lose in cap points. They still have someone on C though. Oh, but Turdy's lover boy gets eviscerated very quickly. I think the next time they're going to go for will be always stop their cheeks, my cheeks. But our tails is now killed. It's now 6 versus 6. This is getting really close, really tight. But married a 17-year-old's tails bounce onto Oro Stuff My Cheeks, and the focus fire of Jokers kind of peter out a bit, and C is not captured by Jokers at all. They have to hurry up with all their kills, otherwise they're going to lose this one, and it's looking like MJ is going to win this one. Oro Stuff My Cheeks is now dead. Mana is now very low. Jokers is now going to get C, but is it going to be too late? Married a 17-year-old Tails is now killed. Slavic Magician Turret is now killed as well. It's now 4 versus 4. They need to kill Manny though. Yarrow still with the last shell there. Black Tails is going to kill off Manny, and Yarrow's on the drum reload. Wabbit's going to be killed pretty much, and Oreo Stuff the Cheeks looking to run away from this. Wabbit receives a bounce by I Hate Applesauce, and MJ trying to get C as well, but they are very close to winning it by 1,000 cap points, and Jokers will need to pay for not getting C midway while they push. And well done to MJ, sneakily capturing B, and held on long enough. Jokers 4 times doing more than 2k, and MJ 3 times doing more than 2k. Jokers fire is a little bit man this one. Hopefully they will improve on Normandy. Hello, JG. We can look at the cups now. Looking at the cups. We're seeing Primal Jokers, SLG MJ, RGG, in the top 6. Arkham, despite getting the grand final at the moment, will not overtake Juno and Apex. That result tonight was disappointing. They will not overtake anyone. Elif and Metro now in 12th and 13th place respectively, and they are looking very strong now in the top 16. And we're now back. MJ versus Jokers on Normandy. Oreo stuff in the Vickers light. I applesauce in the crown alongside Turdy's love boy. Oreo stuff my cheeks in the ice alongside Apple. Double Tiwatated by Slavic, Magician Turd, and Manny. Jokers meanwhile will be taking triple crown by Blacktails, Married, and also Arctic. Double ice, double T125 by Whitetails and Webbit, and double I'm60 by Ourtails and Yarrow. And we're on to Normandy. Okay, heading up high, we have Jokers, blue team on the south spawn, and red team MJ on the north spawn, and the plane will crash here, and the tail is dismembered. And we're seeing Oreo stuff on the cheeks, spotting some tanks looking to run away, and seems they can run away safely, and Jokers however still has to hit. Have a lot of hit point advantage. Oreo stuff my cheeks got a little bit careless there, and that was going to be really big here. Joker's got C, and they have cap lead, and meanwhile MJ will be getting D. Oh, they're not. They're going past through D. They might be looking to shut down Rabbit here, and that can be important for MJ. If they can shut down Rabbits, they will have they might have the gun advantage, and Joker's needs to push onto the outside, or they need to help Web. Web needs to go back, and Rabbit's now going to be focused for Jokers, and got permatrack, can't move backwards more, but barely surviving with in one shot, but it will be killed by Slavic. Hippos are now neck and neck once again, and it's all about focus fire here. Blacktails, Glacier to Turds, Turdy's Loverboy, and now MJ's now committing their forces over to Married 17-year-old Tails, and Jokers is now going to be his 5 versus 6, gun advantage to MJ at the moment, but hit point advantage to Jokers. So Jokers must absolutely kill a tank here. I ate applesauce now down to 2 shot, but Yarrow is killed. That makes it 6 versus 4, and this looks kind of bad for Jokers at the moment, but they killed 2 tanks in succession. That means they've brought it back to 4 versus 4. They can take a deep breath now because they're now leading by more than 1,000 hit points, and Oreo stuff the cheeks still is pretty much out of the fight at the moment. Blacktails is going to put a pressure into Apple, and we are seeing Arctic now killed. Slavic Magician go down to 1 shot, and Jokers 3 versus 4, and Whitetails is going to land that killing blow. No, it's a bounce onto Manny here. Whitetails, Blacktails killed. Ourtails is now quite low. Not 2 hours per day. I still managed to get 6 hours of sleep per day, but let's continue looking at this. Ourtails is killed by fire. I missed pretty much the action. How did MJ make a comeback here? And it's not a bounce. Probably Joker's bounced so many shots here, and that allowed now MJ. Oh, I jinxed Joker here. Now MJ will be leading 2-1, and that's match point to MJ. God forbid, not another tiebreaker place. I need to sleep. Whitetails now killed, and MJ make it 2-1. Well done. It's still not over yet. It's best of 5, so they have to win the next one in order to make it for them. MJ 5 tanks do more than 2k, and Jokers only 4 tanks do more than 2k, and it's now second match on Normandy. Yeah, I still manage 6 hours of sleep per day, and after today, I'll be able to sleep more, so I will definitely go to bed early tomorrow. I mean, okay, MJ Triple Crown, double M60, a T125, and Vickers Light with Joker planning to take a TVP quintuple crown, a White Tails in the nice form. Interesting choice. Probably inspired by EA earlier today. Oh, Arctic's changing into T125. They are going to make it to quadruple Crown Vargans. And only around 30 seconds left to go. It's going to be Normandy MJ versus Jokers. We're going to. Let's go. Potentially the final match for tonight, MJ versus Jokers. Let's go. Jokers, blue team, north spawn, and MJ red team south spawn. MJ will be putting their tanks over to B, or is it not? They are going for they're going to the spread out here, and Oreo stuffed her cheeks. Not going to go into the crater. Doesn't want to trap themselves up. So we're seeing D going to be captured by Jokers, and B and A will be taken care of by by MJ. They are not getting any caps there, but Rabbit's there in the TVP putting shots into MJ. They're losing some hit points there. They don't want to lose too many hit points, and Rabbit took a hit as well. So hit points are with Jokers, but a tiny little bit. Another great shot into Arctic. So great shell by Slavic. Oh, Slavic Magician Turd put their full clip into Arctic. Has to be really careful to drop more hit points though, receiving some splash damage. Oreo stuffed the cheeks. The Vickers Light. Not sure if they could put shots in. Great shell into Black Tails. Jokers dropping hit points here. Not good at all for Jokers, but the hit points are still quite close, so it's not totally over for Jokers. They still have a good chance to win this one, and they have D as well. So that will pile pressure onto MJ to make a rotation at a later time. But Joker's only got 1 cap, so there's only like 3 cap points of increase. So that's very slow. So MJ absolutely can position themselves and chip away hit points of Jokers nicely and plan on a rotation after that. They can plan it. They have a lot of time to plan. And we'll have to rely on the Vickers Light to get the information up for MJ. And Joker's still holding. They don't have to do much. They just have to conserve their hit points. And MJ would need to find a way to chip away hit points of Jokers. They think that there are 4 at C, but there realistically 1 near D, and 4 of them behind the Rising, behind White Tails. So if MJ rush White Tails, Jokers would immediately respawn, so they can't do that. The only thing they can do, they can try to get A, but Rabbit will be there to reset. So it's a catch-22 for MJ. It's gonna be really hard. They will have to push by brute force, and it's going to go really slow at the moment. Both teams just standing still, and they are trying to make the game as long as they could. And Oreo stopped their cheeks is looking to get into it potentially, and might not get spotted at all because they are playing in the Vickers light. It's a light tank. It has light tank camo, and look at this. TVP weapon unable to spot Oreo stopped their cheeks. Spotted, receives a hit, and if MJ got A, that won't help too much. But at least they will get some. They will not continue. I mean, the cap point deficit will not continue to increase. MJ lost some more hit points with all the stuff my cheeks. Splash hit there, splash damage there, and is all the stuff the cheeks planning for push onto weapon. 624 cap points for Jokers. Still not a lot of action happening, but Jokers seems to be getting aggressive, is it not? They're going to go into the crater, so at least they're a little bit more aggressive. And C is trying to be captured by MJ, but it doesn't seem to be successful. Now MJ will have to either make a push on or to defend now, because the Crown Vargans of Joker, they are now looking to push onto MJ. This is going to descend into Entropy. Apple is going to be the focus for Jokers, and MJ needs to get a focus fire right. Hit points are now with Jokers here. This is getting really tense with Apple now dead, Weapon dead, Slavic Magician Turd is dead. It's now 5 versus 6. Hit points now with Jokers by quite a lot. White Tails now very low, and Manny puts a good shot to marry a 17-year-old Tails. MJ trying their very best to chip to focus fire, and they have killed married 17-year-olds, and it's now 5 versus 4, and hit points are still with Jokers with all the stuff my cheese dead. It's now going to be 4 versus 4, and they're now going to focus potentially on Yarrow, but Yarrow seems to be now it's getting the attention, and that would leave Manny isolated there unless the reactive armor is there already. And Turdy's Loverboy is going to kill off Yarrow. That makes it 4-3 here. It's still really tense, really tight. We can't say which team is winning at the moment. And Aristotle Cheeks trying to get D, and that will bring some more cap points. But Turdy's Loverboy is looking for R-Tails. But how is Manny surviving for that long? And finally killed, but might be a little bit too slow on that. Great shot onto R-Tails by I ate applesauce, and R-Tails now is now looking to put another shot into I ate applesauce, and I ate applesauce now dead. Truly's Loverboy is going to put a great shot into R-Tails, but all Stuffer Cheeks is now dead. That means it's now going to be 1 versus 3, and that will bring it to the tiebreaker. My lord, 2 times already tiebreakers. Was it even 3? Tiebreakers on the NA server, and I guess I have to sleep late once again tonight. And both teams have match point. Whichever team wins this one will get the first place. Finally, we have Primal against Metro. That will end 3-0 for Primal. SLG versus Arkham. They're still playing, so it's just going to a tiebreaker. It seems there. Alright, MJ will be seeing triple crown. a Vicus Light, a mouse, a nice 4, and T110D5. No, another crown. It's going to be on Hellas. Jokers will be taking triple Crown Vargans at least, a Vicus Light, maybe double IS4, and another crown. Yes, it's another crown. And White Tails will be taking the T110D5, so that's octuple Crown Bargains across the board. Here we go. Last match definitely for tonight. MJ versus Jokers. Oreo Stopper Cheeks will be going aggressive with their Vicus Light and will be spotting tanks up. B is going to be captured by Wabbit 17, and A will be captured by Oreo Stuff My Cheeks. Oreo Stopper Cheeks is going to run away because they know that if they stay there for too long, they will get punished hard. A is now captured and B is captured by Jokers, but Joker got it first, so it's actually MJ that needs to make a move as soon as possible. But are they sensing some weakness in defensive setup for Jokers near the spawn? MJ might want to get it's looking for a reset on B, and will Jokers do something about that? Let's look at Yarrow at this point. Receiving a bounce from my 8 apple sauce, and Oreo Stuff My Cheeks. Don't know what happened there. Some shell hit Oreo Stuff My Cheeks, and you can hear that shell didn't go anywhere. And B is now captured by MJ, so now this is going to be Jokers that need to make a rotation now, not MJ. MJ just need to stay safe, and they will win this one by caps. And now Jokers is just coming from their spawn. They're looking to push onto I8 applesauce. Was it not? Ooh, I8 applesauce took a big hit too. And White Tails is going to, you know, look at I8 applesauce. B is going to be captured by White Tails. And it's going to be okay. B is now getting captured. A is still here, and White Tails got tracked and got a bounce as well. I8 applesauce will be looking to push shells into White Tails, or White Tails dropping the reactive farmer might be going in, or is it not? Oreo Stop My Cheeks straight shot into White Tails, and it's now going to be Jokers getting B back. So this is now going to be MJ that needs to make a move, and they are now looking to make a move there. Applesauce might be looking to take out White Tails. White Tails just going forward, trying to run away from this onslaught, but MJ will be paying for this move. Jokers is now coming in to support White Tails, and they're looking to focus onto Oreo Stop My Cheeks, but it's a little bit too far away, and it's now in cover. White Tails now dead, and it's now 7 versus 6. Hit points still with Jokers by a lot, but they have a gun down though, so that can be really important. Yarrow will be the next tank down for Jokers. MJ is looking for Yarrow, but I8 applesauce now dead, and finally Yarrow's down. That makes it 6 versus 5 for MJ, and that means hit points are now necking that once again. A is now getting captured by Jokers, and it seems Wabbit killing off Oreo Stopper Cheeks would be very important, but it's the other way around. Oreo Stopper Cheeks kill off Wabbit, and this can be very, very important. 6 versus 4 here, and we're seeing Black Tails now getting killed, and it's now, oh my lord, 5 versus 3 Jokers. are in trouble. Jokers are in trouble. Turdy's lover boy is now killed by Arctic, and with Z getting captured by Oreo Stuffer Cheeks, that means it's now going to be 4 versus 3. Oh man, he took a big edgy shell right there. That brings it close. It's still really close to call, but MJ has a point advantage still with Jokers at the moment. If one of the tanks die, it will flip, and if Manny dies, it will flip back to Joker's favor, and B is trying to be captured by Jokers, and Apple will be making sure that won't happen, and A will be captured by MJ. That will give a brief cap stop here, and Married and Kakatsi takes a hit as well, and now with 2 caps captured by MJ, that cap by Oreo, Weapon unable to kill off Oreo. That means, oh my lord, MJ did an upset to Jokers. That brings it 3-2. Oreo Stuffer Cheeks winning that 1 versus 1 fight against Wabbit proves to be the winning move here. Wabbit would be raging hard for allowing that to happen. Had Wabbit killed off Oreo Stuffer Cheeks, I would have said it would be a win for Jokers. It is not to be the caps in the end. Well, sometimes you want to get caps unless your team gets rushed heavily, because you want to get your team into a cap point advantage, so that will apply pressure onto the other team to hurry up, and sometimes you can hold long enough that you will win by caps. So ooh. Looking at the final results. Okay, this our games is the last one, so Arkham won against SLG 3-2, so well done to Arkham, but SLG tried their best, but they have to settle for the 2nd place. It will be very important for Arkham though, because Arkham needs to reduce the deficit to the top 8, and this is going to be important. Yes, I'm going to fall off my seat very soon. So there we go. You can see it very soon. I'm just going to end the stream right here. Thank you all for watching. Immediately I will go to sleep. Otherwise I will, you know,